It's definitely home to a lot of people who don't have, you know, the closeness or the relatives that are here in the city. It's sort of like a home away from home.
It's so heavy.
Here we go, guys.
So I was telling her, I said, why are you so lying?
That's worse than a slut.
I said, quit touching me, it's just not right.
And then she just kept on touching you, and then she went after me. I couldn't believe it.
And why is that window open right there?
Welcome to Wall Street. This is great.
What a place to have a bathroom.
This house.
It all started with a dream and vision of, I went to a couple different clubs here in town and saw all these different drag performers and female illusionists performing. And I said, wow, this is a really good concept, it's great, people are loving this in the bars and clubs. So I figured, okay, let's take the show, the performances, and put it into a cabaret style thing in a coffee house situation so that kids that weren't old enough to get into a bar or people who just like to be in a non-alcoholic environment could come and see, you know, people perform. People love to perform in Syracuse. You know, they just love to perform Wednesday through Sunday nights. But one day we just decided we did it all by word of mouth. We told all of our friends that, hey, we're having this big showdown at the coffee house. The original intention of having it here at the coffee house is like to help out the coffee house and keep it going on a dead night. And it was a success. We had like 40, 50 people here the first night we did the show. And we figured ever since then we're just going to keep doing it every Wednesday, and it's been going on ever since.
Four years ago, I met a queen named Denise Odell, who lives across the street from here. She's a transy. And she put me in drag for the very first time. And like everyone who saw me flipped out. They were like, oh my god, you're so pretty. Oh my god. And I was just like, oh, thank you. I was like, oh my god. And I didn't know how to walk like a girl or stuff like that. Well, I knew how to. I had it like in me. I would just, at first I wasn't going to do it all the time, but then I kind of liked it. And then I was just like, I had conflicts. I had like self-conflicts in myself. Like, ooh, I kind of may want to be a girl, but maybe not. Stuff like that. Part and period in my life that I went through hormones and stuff. And my mom didn't like it at first, and now she deals with it. My dad did not like it. He like flipped out totally on me. And then like I moved away from home. Right after I graduated when I was 15, I moved. I was like, boom. So I moved and went back home for a couple months. My parents were alright with it then. They're like, oh, alright. Well, that alright, me being gay then. Then when I told them I did drag, my mom was like, oh my god, you're going to turn into a woman, I can't believe you. And I was like, no, I'm not going to turn into a woman. I thought so. Then I started to. And I was just like, oh. But I'm like totally guy now. And like I used to have like huge ones of these. I had like big titties, and then they decreased because I stopped taking hormones. Oh, side effects are bloating, menopause, all different kind of stuff, heat flashes, anger aggression. My phone should not be broken because the sensor was working yesterday. Women get them like slightly. We're the dramatic ones. We get them like for like hours and hours at a time. No, actually I wasn't even on the phone yesterday. So then I met Nick, and I was just like, oh cool, he has a room for rent.
Miss me, man?
It's not a house, it's like, if people need a place to stay and we have a room open, then it's like, okay, like, but mostly it's only gay people, because I don't get along with straight people that much. I do, but then I don't. It's just, like, because I used to live a straight life, and then I lived a gay life, so I know what both of them are like.
What you say? Nick Carter.
Actually, I'm not really into this type.
When I first came back here, to live here, I lived as a girl. Up until like 5 months ago. Then I changed.
Look at those shoes. I love those shoes.
I know, I just had it.
That'd be great.
Oh, I didn't want to live like a girl anymore. I was just like, it's boring.
That'd be great.
I'll put Kaotika with that. No more fucking Burger King for that. You gonna give her a little mango pop up? And that's how this
So when you get it, just come down. Duct
tape is your best friend. It is. We buy more duct tape than I think carpentry and everyone in the world. Penis, stomach, all different things we use duct tape for. I do scant numbers. Like, I like doing like little slutty numbers. It's just funny. I'm the mistress of Honasty Glamour of Syracuse. That's my title. I don't know, I'm ghetto. That's what everyone says, I'm ghetto. I don't get it. Like, I don't look ghetto or something like that, but when I'm in drag, I guess I'm ghetto.
Let's give it up for Kaotika!
Actually, there's a group of us, and we're all gay, and we live in sort of a housing co-op situation. And Kaotika moved in with the group, and actually live with her on a day-to-day basis now. We're all really good friends. We all get along. The good thing about the rental situation at the house is that it keeps the rent cheap enough so that people like Kaotika and Jasmine and Brian, they can sort of pay a really, really low rent, and that keeps their finances to pursue their creative careers.
I work several different places because I bore easily. So I have one job that I work steady for 3 days a week, and then I fill in a couple different places. When you perform a lot, it's very hard to come up with new concepts, new material. It's very difficult to do that when you're working in the daytime 6 days a week, and then 4 out of those 6 days at night you're performing.
I met CoCo Chanell at a club called Tracks, which is like a disco dance club here, and she was rip-roaring drunk doing this drag show on a Sunday night, and I thought, this girl is fabulous. She's vocal, she's funny. You give her a microphone and she totally entertains people.
Nick and Kaotika wanted to have another venue, and I think their premise was a lot of the bars that show drag are 18 and over, and there's a nouveau gay community coming up that are starting very young, kids at 12 and 13 years old who realize that that they're gay, they're bisexual, what have you, lesbian, and they wanted to show these kids another side of the life that they're embarking on. You'll be able to see my face more. Now you see the eyes more. And once that's done, I'm going to do the same thing for my neck because it's just a little bit lighter. And put this line of contour here, gives me a chin. It's more about showing people a different side of life and giving people an escape, especially with what happened in the recent months. It's like, everybody's being so serious, and now's the time when we should be more childlike and a little more innocent, and kind of revert back to walking through the world with a sense of hope and fun. You know, we don't have much time here, so I mean, to be bogged down with a whole lot of shit is just not cool for me. I'm not gonna do anything too spectacular with my lips tonight, because this will be day number 2 this week in drag. I average 4 to 6 times a week. It's like I'm like almost living as a woman, but I'm not. My mother's a banker. 2, 3 of my uncles and aunts are in the entertainment industry. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but Grace Jones is my aunt. My grandparents thought it was almost like an embarrassment, you know, because I had been associated with the church in my childhood, and now that I had broken away and kind of found my life and came out and done all that, they were just like, oh my God, you know, they really, really couldn't handle it. It was really weird for them to kind of accept the wildness of me doing drag, and they've always said that I should be an entertainer, but they just couldn't understand why I would need to put a dress on to do it. As long as they respect me and don't treat me bad, you know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. No.
You okay? I can, definitely. I'm sorry.
I just point because I expect people to just know what I'm talking about. English, that's sign language.
I grew up so structured that now I kind of just like, I pull my hair out to just have just a little bit of craziness, a little bit of madness. And sometimes it gets overly maddening.
Oh. I love that. I hate when I forget shit. I don't even wear this fucking skirt. Jasmine! Yes? New skirt. Bam. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Ooh, my titties don't get big. Bam! That bitch got them titties. Wow!
Let's give it up for Miss CoCo Chanell!
The first song I did was Jennifer Lopez, "Let's Get Loud," and it was a lot of fun, and it gave me a little bit of confidence to continue. I was gonna give it a year, but I didn't think that I would continue this long. I like to do kind of top 40 type stuff. I do a lot of Jennifer Lopez. I do a lot of Whitney Houston. I perform the kind of music that I listen to. And I mean, I could do something that was done 20 years ago that is just still timeless and hip.
Okay, and now my co-hostess for the evening, Kaotika.
I met Kaotika when she came here from Buffalo, and I saw her do her first drag show, and she just basically tore the place up. She was doing flips. She was like doing all these like big moves, and I was just amazed at how good she looked. I mean, I actually thought when I first saw her that she was a real girl, and then I realized that she was a female illusionist, and she's a very good dancer. She's got a great personality, and she's pretty funny. I support, her art form of what she's doing, and she's a really good, talented performer.
She's young, but she's a very good performer, and she's funny. She's so funny. If you want to have a good time, she can be really, 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 really crazy.
This is what she wants to do in her spare time.
Don't start.
Oh, girl.
She was giving me money earlier.
Oh, yes, I paid her. I always have to pay for sex, honey. You
No,
wouldn't
it wasn't
tell.
sex.
Oh, it wasn't.
I don't know what it was, but it wasn't sex.
What we do is we keep the doors open to the cabaret so that when they come into the coffee house, they can walk by and sort of like peek in and see the show. And a lot of people, really enjoy seeing that.
We get the gay audience, and we get the straight too, like, who are open-minded. we get a lot of those like bi-curious guys that are in there. They're just like, ooh, they look like women. They're kind of cute. A lot of times, I get straight guys that hit on me, and they don't know I'm a girl. Like, they don't know I'm a guy. They think I'm a girl. And they start hitting on me, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you're pretty. I'm like, I'm a guy. A lot of the times they're like, oh, thank you. They say they still talk to me. Some of them just walk away. But like 90% of the time they come back up to me and start talking to me again.
It's so funny. Gay men are a trip. Drag scares gay men. What I do as a performer scares men because they think that I want to be a woman, you know? And I don't. This is just a form of expression for me. It's a performance medium. It's a way for me to do my craft. And every time I do it, it's a challenge for me. So a lot of gay men don't understand the challenge. It's ridiculous for anyone to think, even when I'm in drag, that I'm a real woman. I mean, I'm 6'2" in boy shoes. If I'm wearing 4-inch heels, that makes me 6'6". And unless I'm Lisa Leslie playing for, like, the women's basketball team, there's no way.
Ladies, gentlemen, people. Oh, someone left their hair outside. Is that yours? It's your color. Papatonis Kaotika. What are those?
It takes a level of courage to do anything. So you definitely have to have a strong will and make sure that it's what you want to do and find something that brings you fulfillment. If, you know, I mean, I don't make a lot of money doing what I do, but my pay is when I'm done doing a number and the whole audience just screams like there's no amount of money that can match that.
And it's our old-fashioned grand finale that we used to do all the time. Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow.
The good thing about being creative and doing new things all the time is that, you know, you learn from them. Nothing will last forever. If you pursue the things that you like to do, that's what brings you true happiness.
I don't have a goal or anything. I just like whatever happened, happened.
I was sent here to entertain. I know that's my purpose, that's my calling. So whatever avenue I decide to choose, I will be entertaining people for the rest of my life until I die. Hopefully I will die on stage because that's the way to do it, you know.
job basically is just to be an icy little, somewhat funny sometimes bitch and carry on stage, and I do it a lot of it for fun, and I just get a big old kick out of it.
Eventually one of these days, yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I have a feeling it's gonna be soon because a lot of my friends here want me to do it, you know, and you know, shoot, I'll try it out, you know. Just have fun with it, you know.
First rule of performance is keep going, no matter what.
I'm taping. Thank you.
Hey, when you're done, let me know.
Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, where was I?
Hey, sister, go.